What's up, everyone? In this video, I'm excited to announce the launching of the new Property Lite Starter Site. So this is a light version of the starter sites I typically build for my listing. I've recently launched a car version of this as well, if you want to check that out. Just a super short video for you here today. Real important right off the top. I want to mention what I recommend here. So these Lite Starter Sites are currently on sale until June 24th. They're $10 off whether you get the property site or the car site. So $49. If you go over to ThemeForest and you do a search for my listing, you're going to see that the theme, I believe it is $69 from ThemeForest. What that's going to give you is demos built into the theme. What I've done in these with these Lite Starter Sites is I've taken the concept that they have in those demos and I've completely modernized them and made them functional for real world use. If you go install one of those demos that are included with the theme, I've proven over and over again in the video series that I've recorded on the club's YouTube channel, you're actually going to spend way more time using those demos than you would if you were to come over here and get a Lite Starter Site, which includes the theme. So what I propose is that you go to ThemeForest, you purchase a MyListing support license to support the team and support the MyListing project going forward. Okay. Then come over and then get a Lite Starter Site or get a full-blown starter site. But at a minimum, get that support license from the team on ThemeForest and then get a Lite Starter Site. These are going to get you to launch much, much faster. The design is already there. The functionality is already there. You literally are going to punch in your colors, your wording, and pretty much you're off to the races. If you use the built-in MyListing demos, they are built on old technology that you're going to have to undo. They're not built with real world structure and content underneath the hood, behind the scenes, and you're going to have to redo all of the listing types. You're going to have to redo everything from scratch. Okay. And I've proven that over and over again in the videos. So save yourself a ton of time and get one of these Lite Starter Sites at a minimum. Okay. Now you don't have to go and buy a support license from ThemeForest. You can just buy a Lite Starter Site, but I recommend that you support the project by buying a support license through ThemeForest just to support the project. Okay. The only thing that I haven't shown off in the video series is the homepage. So we're just going to do that really quickly. Really quickly, over on the club's YouTube channel, you'll find the entire video series for modernizing this particular demo. There's also a series for modernizing the car demo. Okay, so be sure to check that out. So here's the homepage, completely modernized compared to what you're going to find in the MyListing demo for the property demo. Okay. I basically took the same concept of what they did. I just modernized it all, got it built for real world usage. Like went through every single field, all the taxonomies, went through everything and just brought everything up to speed to where I would literally, if I was starting a site today for rental properties and selling properties, I would use this exact site myself. That's how I build these, is if I was going to use them myself. This is fully ready to go. Okay. You just plug in your information. You're going to get the MyListing project template included to help you literally launch your business from beginning to end. Make sure you cross all the T's, dot all the I's, and that sort of thing. Going over to the club website under resources, we go to Lite Starter Sites. This is going to walk you through everything. The main thing I want to point out here is if you can watch this starter sites versus Lite Starter Sites video. Also, I want to highlight the cost. $49. Again, it's on sale until June 24th. Even when it's not on sale, it's just $59. Okay. $250 in annual value just in MyListing add-ons alone, club community access, the MyListing project template, premium solutions like Perf Matters, SEO Press Pro, and WP Codebox. I'm literally paying you guys to buy these. The second you buy one of these, you've made your money back. I'm not sure what else I can do for you. It's black and white. Okay. If you go and you just buy the MyListing support license and you think you're going to use the demo, you still, if you're interested in joining the club community, you got to pay for that. If you're going to go and get these add-ons, you got to pay for those. If you're not going to have access to the project template, if you're interested in Perf Matters, SEO Press Pro, and WP Cobox, you got to go buy those. Like, just do the math, people. Okay, how it works: you buy it. I then log into your WordPress site and I deliver it, and then you follow the MyListing project template, as well as you're in the club community. If you need any guidance or support, you will not be left alone. Okay, so plenty of help. FAQs, is it ever too late to switch? No, I've had clients that have launched their MyListing website months ago that have switched over to a starter site or a Lite starter site. How does the process work? I went over that. What do you mean by delivery? I went over that. Do you offer free support? Yes, in the club community. Can I get support directly from the premium plugin vendors? No, because the club owns the premium solutions, but all you need to do is go into the club community, let people know what issue you're having. It's likely that we are all facing the same issues, okay? If you have any further questions, you can schedule a free consultation or submit any pre-sales questions here. All right, also up under the resources menu, we see Lite Starter Site kits. So if you don't want the full site, there's a very low cost where you can just get the content of these sites. So it's going to be any Elementor-based pages and posts, WordPress-based pages and posts, the single listings, the WooCommerce products, WooCommerce menus, WordPress menus, and then you're going to get the Elementor site settings in here. Okay, this is different than full-blown starter site kits. So if we go under those, the difference here with these is you're getting all of the templates. That's the major difference. So the headers and footers, pages and post templates, all the templates, any templates, pop-ups, you're not going to get those if you just go with the Lite starter site kits, because they're not in them. It's not that I'm just not giving them to you. They're just not in them. And that's because of how there's no Elementor Pro or anything at work here. So there's nothing I can really give you there. Okay, so also under here, as part of this, Elementor templates, any template, you'll see all of these property templates in here. So you can do a search, or you can go under product tag and you will find a tag in here for property. So right here, property Lite starter site, if you want to sort all of the templates. Also under resources, CSS package, same concept. Any CSS packages created for the starter site are going to be under there. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There's templates, CSS packages, and product package. And one more after this. Okay, so here we see the property product package. That's going to be all of your WooCommerce products that are needed to make this all happen. And then listing types. You're going to find property for sale and property for rent are the two listing types that came from this particular Lite starter site. If you're interested in the car Lite starter site, you'll see listing types for vehicles for rent and vehicles for sale. All right, guys, that is it. June 24th, sale ends if you want to save another $10 on these already very inexpensive products. So go out and grab them. See you in the next video.